Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all love our feline friends, right? They're our cuddly companions, our playful jesters, and the rulers of our homes. But because they can't tell us what's wrong, it can be really tough to know when they're struggling. Today, we're diving into a super important topic: the subtle and sometimes scary signs that your cat might be stressed. And trust me, some of these might really surprise you. Recognizing these signs early is key to helping your furry best friend feel safe, happy, and healthy again. So grab a notepad, give your cat a gentle pat, and let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the litter box. This is a big one. If your usually well-behaved cat suddenly starts doing their business outside the litter box, it's a huge red flag. A lot of people jump to the conclusion that their cat is being spiteful or naughty, but that's rarely the case. In the feline world, this is often a desperate cry for help. Before you assume it's a behavioral issue, your first step should always be a trip to the vet. Urinary tract infections, bladder stones, or kidney issues can be incredibly painful and cause cats to associate the litter box with that pain. Once medical problems are ruled out, then we can start looking at stress as the culprit. Maybe the litter box is dirty, maybe they don't like the type of litter, or perhaps another pet is ambushing them when they try to go. It's their way of screaming, "Something is wrong in my world." So, pay close attention to those potty habits. Next, let's talk about grooming. Cats are famously meticulous groomers, spending a large chunk of their day keeping themselves pristine. So, what does it mean when that changes? Well, it can go one of two ways. On one hand, you might notice your cat is grooming less, leading to a matted, greasy, or unkempt coat. This can signal that they're feeling too overwhelmed or unwell to keep up with their daily routine. On the other hand, and this is the one that can get scary, is overgrooming. This is a compulsive behavior where a cat licks, chews, or pulls at their fur so much that they create bald patches or even skin sores. This is often focused on their belly, the inside of their legs, or their sides. It's the feline equivalent of nervous nail biting. They're trying to self-soothe in a stressful situation. If you see bald spots appearing on your cat, it's a definite sign that something is causing them significant anxiety. Now for a sign that often flies under the radar: changes in social behavior. Is your normally social, lap-loving cat suddenly hiding under the bed all day? Or conversely, is your usually independent cat now clinging to you like Velcro, meowing constantly for attention? Both extremes can be signs of stress. A cat that hides is feeling threatened and is seeking a safe, secure space to avoid a perceived danger. This could be a new person in the house, a new pet, or even loud noises from outside. On the flip side, a cat that becomes overly demanding and clingy might be feeling insecure and is looking to you for constant reassurance. They're saying, "I'm scared, please protect me." Think about any recent changes in your home's environment or routine. Even something as simple as rearranging the furniture can throw a sensitive cat into a tailspin. Let's move on to their appetite. Just like with people, stress can have a major impact on a cat's eating habits. A sudden loss of interest in food is a serious warning sign and warrants an immediate vet visit to rule out illness. But if the vet gives the all clear, stress is a likely cause. An anxious cat might be too on edge to relax and eat. However, some cats do the opposite. They start eating more. This is sometimes called stress eating and can be a coping mechanism for them. Also, pay attention to a behavior called pica, which is when a cat starts chewing on or eating non-food items like plastic, fabric, or wool. This is an abnormal and dangerous compulsive behavior, often triggered by stress or anxiety. So, whether they're eating too little, too much, or eating things they shouldn't, it's a sign that their emotional state is out of balance. Here's one that might look cute at first, but is actually a sign of deep-seated stress: excessive scratching. And I'm not talking about them using their scratching post. I mean destructive scratching on furniture, door frames, and walls. When a cat scratches, they're not just sharpening their claws, they're also marking their territory with the scent glands in their paws. If a cat feels their territory is being threatened, perhaps by a neighborhood cat they see through the window or a new pet, they might ramp up their scratching to reassert their claim and make themselves feel more secure. It's their way of shouting, "This is my space." So, if your sofa is suddenly looking more shredded than usual, consider what might be making your cat feel so insecure in their own home. Let's discuss vocalization. You know your cat's normal meow for food or their purr of contentment. But stressed cats often develop new alarming vocal habits. We're talking about excessive, mournful, or guttural yowling that seems to have no obvious cause. This often happens at night when the house is quiet and their anxieties can feel magnified. This isn't their typical, "I want breakfast" meow. It's a sound of distress. They might be feeling lonely, disoriented, or anxious. It's crucial to distinguish this from the normal vocalizations of a cat in heat or age-related cognitive dysfunction in senior cats, which is another reason a vet check is always a good idea. But a sudden increase in loud, unhappy-sounding meows is a clear vocal cue that your cat is not okay. Another subtle but significant sign is their body language. A happy, relaxed cat has soft eyes, ears forward, and a relaxed posture. A stressed cat looks very different. Look for a hunched or crouched position, with their head held low. Their tail might be tucked tightly under their body or twitching erratically at the tip. Their ears might be flattened back against their head, and their pupils might be wide and dilated even in bright light. This is the classic fight-or-flight posture. They are on high alert, ready for danger. You might also notice them freezing in place or being extra jumpy, startled by sounds that wouldn't normally bother them. Learning to read these subtle cues in their posture can tell you so much about their internal emotional state before things escalate. Finally, let's touch on aggression. A sudden onset of hissing, swatting, or even biting from a previously gentle cat is one of the most alarming signs of stress. This aggression can be directed towards people, other pets, or even inanimate objects. It's important to understand that this isn't your cat suddenly becoming mean. Aggression is almost always rooted in fear. They are lashing out because they feel cornered, threatened, and have no other way to communicate their distress. This is called fear-based or redirected aggression. For example, if your cat sees another cat outside, they can't get to it, so they might redirect that frustrated, fearful energy and lash out at you or another pet who happens to be nearby. Never punish a cat for this behavior. It will only increase their fear and make the problem worse. Instead, try to identify and remove the source of their stress. So, what can we do about all this? The first step is always to rule out medical issues with your vet. Once that's done, focus on creating a stable, enriching, and predictable environment. Make sure they have easy access to clean litter boxes, food, and water. Provide plenty of vertical space like cat trees and safe hiding spots. Engage them in daily interactive play sessions to help them burn off anxious energy and build confidence. Pheromone diffusers can also work wonders to create a sense of calm. The key is to be patient and observant. By understanding these signs, you become your cat's best advocate, ensuring they live a long, relaxed, and happy life by your side. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this helps you better understand your incredible feline companions. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of our future content. What are some of the ways your cat tells you they're stressed? Share your stories in the comments below. Stay safe, and give your kitties an extra cuddle from me. See you in the next video.